Are you guys ready?
Yeah!
Ooh, who lives in a pineapple? No, I'm kidding.
Oh!
Hello, and welcome to Into a Woman's Mind podcast, where you get to dive into our brains of bullshittery.
Yay!
It's either funny or serious. At this point, we're just having fun to either help other guys or other women out there, or just in general, just to have fun.
To
But
entertain you.
yes, pretty much at this point, because at this because we will run out of topics to talk about, and then it'll probably go into games that we play just for haha funs. But points to mention: we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 women here. Sorry, I had to count. 5 women out of millions or billions of women in the world. So you'll get pretty much diverse side of things today. I'm having the shittiest brain fart today.
You get a lot of opinions. Yay!
Yes, a lot of opinions. My
Diversity.
brain is going faster than my fucking mouth at this point.
Oh.
We will have certain times of seriousness and certain times of comedic value, so we'll try to be more comedic for you guys, but if there is certain serious times, just read the room and understand that what we say during certain times is serious. But we'll try to be funny. If any questions, feel free to leave a comment below for your Spotify and of course YouTube as well. If you have any comments or concerns, please use our business email, and we can actually help you with certain scenarios. If you have text messages between women and you don't know what the fuck we're saying, we'll gladly help you out as much as our capabilities. But otherwise, feel free to like, subscribe, follow, download on Spotify, and comment, because every little thing counts. And then last but not least, we are here to have fun. If you're not here to have fun, get the fuck out. The door is that away. We are gonna stick with this bit.
There's the door, bitch.
There's the door, bitch.
The door is that way.
But to start things off, we are going to do small talk. Does anyone want to start it off before I start it off?
Take the reins. Do it. Do it.
Okay,
Take the
I
reins.
started off. I have, I think, 2 things. First thing I'm going to say is, so since I work for a soda brand and I put soda on the shelves and I spend 8 to 10 hours a day stocking shelves and other things for soda and shit like that, I lose my mind and I can't listen to music for a certain period of hours. Like, I can listen to some music, but then I go insane. Because multiple music is playing over and over and over and over again. So I resorted to podcasts. The reason why I started a podcast. But I have run out of certain things to listen to, so I went to audiobooks. So I've been reading books. Well, I started listening into a book series that I read when it first came out. If you guys know what it is, it's called House of Night, the Marked series. I absolutely loved it as a kid. And now that I'm listening to it, I'm like, why the fuck did I like this? One, she's a hoe. And she's got 3 men at the same time. One is a healthy relationship with another student. The second one is an old boyfriend, but is only pretty much held together by lust because they're imprinted. So it is only lust that is keeping them up together. No other love. Maybe from him, but not from her. And then it is a student and teacher relationship. Pedophile. She is 16, 17 at the time of this happening, and he is like 22, 23.
What?
And I'm like, huh? What the fuck is going on? And I realized I didn't know why I liked this as a kid. I can understand, like, fawning over a hot male teacher, yes. But wanting to fuck him and then losing your virginity to him, that is straight up pedophilia.
Oh.
I am flabbergasted, because after we had to die.
Too much information.
Nilsi died.
Nilsi got too uncomfortable. She was like, oh,
Nilsi died.
Goodness.
Nilsi died. I'll continue, but hopefully she'll get back. Let me check DMs just in case. Yeah, Discord crashed. Whole Wi-Fi went out. Oh no!
No.
She'll just have to
Damn
join.
you,
I'll finish my wifey. I'll just message her to see when join when she can. When you can. But the whole thing is pedophilia, shit like that. And spoiler alert, yes, this book came out a long time ago, but spoiler alert, he pretty much used her for just sex and taking the virginity. So yes, straight up pedophilia. And then I'm 3 books in and the narrator changes. So the narrator before was like probably in her 20s, 18, 20 years old. Perfectly fine, low voice like me. The narrator changes. It changes to a bitch that sounds like a 12-year-old, which makes listening to the story worse because of that shit.
Damn.
So I'm like flabbergasted, sitting here. I can't listen to this girl because she's, 1, doing the accents wrong, and 2, she sounds like she's 12 talking about fucking this teacher. I feel uncomfortable.
You see,
Why is there a child?
there's that, and then I'm over
I
here
don't
reading Game of
understand.
Thrones. Which talks about, like, kids basically getting sold into marriage at, like, 14 years old for women. Not men, women specifically.
God.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but that was like way back in history, and that was common. Like
Medieval times.
there were no like
Medieval times.
there was very little social norms. You know what I mean? I mean, not that long ago, weren't they just being like, I don't like this person. They're a witch. Oh, let's burn him. Let's drown him. Let's stone him, to death. Like,
To the
Well,
Yeah, and if they
stakes.
survive, then they're a witch. If they die, then
Yeah,
whoops, they're not a witch.
Yeah. Speaking of books.
No, but yeah, that was my small talk.
Speaking of books, you ever remember like in school where they would make you read these books and shit?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
I can't remember. I think it was middle school, but they had us read a specific book, and we should not have read it at all, by the way.
Oh no.
Because of the events that happened in the book. It's now considered a censored or banned book now. And it talked about like a girl who was in high school and it was either her friend or her that got R-worded at a school party. It was at a
What
party.
is
bro.
that? Wait, that sounds so familiar.
The book was called
Well,
Speak.
See, now the
Okay,
real
I
question,
think
was your teacher the type to say the words when reading the book?
that's
no, it
so
never
uncomfortable,
talked about
dude.
the actual word in the book.
Okay.
It would talked about like the events and shit.
Yeah.
Cause she
That's the worst, though.
It happened, but she was so terrified and she didn't know if she would actually like talk about it to anybody because she was so scared about it happening. It like traumatized her.
This remind me of a TikTok that I've seen recently, and it was something very political. They were talking about allowing this book to be read in schools, right? And in this book, it talked about basically the R word, right? Mm-hmm. And of like, a boy, a boy gets R'd, and stuff like that. But they were trying to say that it had very erotic words and explanations and descriptions in the book. And they were trying to say that it wasn't an erotic book. That it was educational in some way to bring awareness to these kinds of things and positions. But the thing is that you're exposing it in an erotic way, regardless.
Yeah, you're like sexualizing
how
it.
detailed you get in. Yeah, like in certain movies, in certain books, where you can get the message that this had happened, right? They drop details explaining these experiences people are having without going into detail. You know what I mean? But that's what, like, no one should ever experience these things, right? So why would we describe these things in a book or in any format to children? They don't
I
need to
don't
know.
know.
No.
We don't want them to
Yeah, I think if it's like
exposed to
trying
that
to
or
bring
know
like
what that situation
awareness
is.
to like, you know, any sort of
Yeah.
assault like that,
Like,
right? I think that's great, but there's a way to go about it. Like if you like sexualize and like almost like I don't know if like eroticize is like or if you make it really erotic, you know, it's like that's not really something, you know, that shouldn't be like put in like a holy light of like, oh yeah, look at how cool this thing sounds, how sexy this was, in
yeah.
a sense, you know, like no, like this sucked, like that does
Mm-mm.
happen.
Realistically, these things can't be avoided based on environment, who it is, how threatened they feel. That people are going to be very confused when they're in these types of positions, right? And they don't fully understand like the choices they're making in the moment, right? And later on, they're gonna be like, "Oh man, I should have done this differently," and all. Like in the moment, you're not gonna know how to handle a situation that you never been in. So of course, like it's gonna take a while to process that and get experience and see things in a different way and realize that in your own experiences, right, you were subject to something, right, and that it could be handled differently, and to really like bring more awareness to how to handle when someone does decide to speak up about it, how we treat people who are making these claims, right? A lot of people just get written off. That's why they don't talk about it, right? Because they don't want to make a big deal out of it. You know, they don't want to like do something and then it come back on them. That's how a lot of people who end up in these experiences feel most of the time, you know? They don't want to deal having to tell someone, right? Especially when you're a teenager, right? And you're trying to prove to your parents and adults in the world that you're mature enough and adult enough to handle the world, right? And some fucked up shit happens, and then you got to look back on it, right? And you be like, I don't really want anybody to know, because then people are going to think that I can't do this, right? Or I can't do that without like having to follow all these rules and stuff. So I think as young like teenagers, young adults, like they handle things pretty poorly based on that, you know,
Off
for their own.
topic. I hear a
Okay.
ambulance or a
Yeah,
police car in your
who's
background.
got the ambulance or police car? Whoop, whoop.
The ambulam. The ambulam.
Ambulance.
They go wee woo.
Honestly,
Wee woo.
that
Wee woo.
could-
Wee woo.
that still could be me because I'm between a hospital and a fire station.
Oh shit.
So,
You're
yeah.
good if anything happens.
oh yeah, oh yeah. That's why like I take time off work on Fridays when I get my allergy treatment, because if I have a reaction, it's right there close to my home. My home's close to the hospital, so
That
I
works.
can just get there. You know.
That totally works. Any other
Oh, yeah.
small talk before we jump into the topic / game?
Nope.
All right. So, topic for today is ADHD, and I have made a wheel that has many different questions and or things we are going to discuss. We'll go down the line. We'll start with Blood, Kaz, Nimsy, then Niltsy. Well, I'll go last because host is being nice, and I'll go last. So we'll spin the wheel. I'll read off what it says, and you have to answer it. If you don't feel comfortable, you could always spin again. But if you get double, you either come up with another story or you spin again. There is one thing I think on the wheel that is for everybody, and that audio will be playing for you guys. Let me make sure my audio is turned up. I think it is.
I had to turn your
Let me
shit
just
down because
turn-
it was so loud.
I know.
Blasts our ears.
OBS. Okay, I fixed it.
Yay!
Whew, we're back.
Yay!
I fixed it. Technical difficulties. I fixed it. All right. So, what is on the wheel? Bruh, I did it again. What is on the wheel is stolen anything. If put in jail, what did you do? Favorite drink? What animal would you be? Shit talk, literally.
No.
Weird smells that are good. Weird hobbies or addictions. What book/movie/anime would you live in? What species would you be? Superpower? Story time. Dumb blonde moment. Weird food combos. Story time. Embarrassing moment. What's this animal? That one is for everybody. So I will be playing a sound for whoever spins this will get the first chance to answer it. And then it'll go down the line if you, whoever can try to answer it until it gets either no one answers it correctly or brain. If no one answers it correctly, then no one just gets it. But if you answer it correctly, then you get to pick who gets to try to make the sound the exact same.
Gosh.
So say I guessed a just random animal, but I'm sure everyone would get it. A horse. I guessed horse. It was correct. Oh, I pick Niltzi to try to sound like that audio clip.
No.
Yes, we're gonna do that.
Oh.
This I took this
That's
from Distractable
torture.
because I thought this would be really funny to do for ADHD
I am
moments.
literally the worst at animal noises.
We're gonna get a laugh out of
No.
this. They're gonna get a laugh out of this. Then.
No.
And then we have worst thing you're bad at. So like all the things you're bad at.
Making
What is the worst one?
noises. That sound like
And then-
animals.
That's it. So out of all those, all right, blood. We're spinning,
Okay.
and I'll let you know what it lands on.
Okay.
We have what book, movie, anime would you live in?
Harry Potter.
You were ready. You were ready to answer that.
I agree.
Jeez.
Harry
I
Potter,
agree.
hands down.
She knows. She knows.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Lemgarium Leviosa.
But like, wait,
Exactly.
like, what character would you want to like live through?
Oh yeah.
Ginny.
You gotta pick a character.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
I love
Okay.
Ginny so much.
Yeah.
She is the woman.
The woman.
Yes.
It's either
Alright,
that
Kaz.
or just a random ass background character in Slytherin.
I like the blonde girl, the one that's like part of like the group that comes up in
Oh,
the
Luna
blue.
Lovegood.
No, it's the. They're like the really pretty ones that like roll up, and all the boys are like.
Oh, the girls who like the dove like school where they.
Yes.
I forget
yes.
the name of it. It's always so crazy.
All right, Kaz. I spun for you.
Alright.
You got worst thing you're bad at.
Worst thing I'm bad at. Oh boy. Is it just like anything?
Anything. What is out of all the worst things? What are you like the? Out of all the bad things that you do, what is the worst?
That.
Like are you bad at swimming? Are you
I mean,
bad
have
at?
you seen my skin? Let me not.
That weed.
I'm sorry, I had to. Oh boy. Thinking. I guess it's more of just when it comes to socializing with people.
You're bad at
I'm
socializing.
bad at socializing, yes. I am not good at
That-
keeping a
that's pretty
conversation.
acceptable.
Not at all. I'm really bad at keeping a conversation.
But when you're used to people, you can hold a conversation.
Okay,
Anyone
when
new
you
that
get
you're
to
just
know
like,
me, I don't know how to shut up. I talk a lot. That's the bad thing. There you go.
yeah, yep. All right, Nimsy, you're up. I'm spinning for you.
All right.
We got. Wow, it landed on what book or movie or anime would you live in?
Inuyasha.
Did you say Inuyasha?
Inuyasha?
Oh
Yeah.
my
Okay.
god. Yeah, I could see that.
Whew.
Yeah. If you watch us to Shimmeru Daddy, ooh, oh
Yeah,
God.
no, I understand that completely.
I would find ways to harass Naraku. Not gonna lie.
Oh my god. I love it. I fucking love it.
Yeah. Kikyo, like, girl, we're gonna talk. we It took forever for her to realize that shit was just fucked up. It wasn't his fault. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It drove me nuts. She wasn't like technically bad. She got a bad rap, but people who really understand, like, at the end, it was really touching. Just to watch her go. You'd be like, bye, girl.
All right, Nilsi, I spun for you. If you were put in jail, what
Oh,
did you do?
Okay, the most likely thing. Okay, there's two things. One, for speeding, because I
Fucking speed.
I have a
demon
really bad
over here.
habit. I have a really bad habit of playing Bohemian Rhapsody while I'm driving, and
that.
I
I'd be
yeah,
over here
I've got a lot of
playing
speeding tickets to
2000s
that song.
music and shit.
Dude, for real. I'm like, I get into a jam and I'm like, I see a little silhouette of a bird, got a moosh. Yeah. And Thunderbolt and Lightning. Yes, exactly. Right? It would either.
Oh man, I wish I would.
That was a real ADHD moment.
It
right
would have.
there.
It would have either been for speeding or peeing. Like, I guess like that would be like public nudity. Like I would totally piss on someone's lawn. You know, like if I really had to go. Like,
Huh?
and I've done it before.
Intoxication.
I've done it before. Or walking to the street like after the club and there's no bathrooms open. Like yeah, I'd pop a squat. You know, like, and I would probably get arrested. My luck.
It would
Oh
be
my
a
God.
misdemeanor.
Hopefully.
All right, my turn. Oh my god. I can see that, Nilsi, though. I could totally see that. Why? This wheel sucks. If I were put in jail, what did I do?
Did you skip Mimsy?
No. Nimsy had
No.
Anime World as
Oh,
well as
okay.
you did.
Yeah.
You skipped
Yeah,
I would
it's
be
such-
I would be put in jail for probably trying to still pay my taxes, but the cops would be like, "No, you haven't paid them in time. You're getting thrown in jail."
felony tax
Shit.
evasion.
Tax
People
evasion?
actually-
Tax evasion.
Yeah,
I probably would
people
get thrown in jail
actually
for that.
skip out on that, and I'm like, is that an option? I did not know.
I'd probably get thrown in jail for either speeding or tax evasion. That's about it. Or punching somebody at the club if they fucking grinded on my ass. But I didn't want.
Yeet.
God. Nilsi, remember that? Fucking remember that though?
Yup. Mm-hmm.
Fucking EDC last year.
That happened. to
Freaking
you?
dancing
Damn.
in a. Yeah! Random guy of like a Floridian literally fucking put his
Yeah.
crotch on my
Literally
ass.
came up
And
on
I
her.
turned around and he was fucking disgusting. I was gonna punch him in the fucking face, but if I realized if I did that, I'd be getting thrown out.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Not the
stupid.
face, the balls. You just throw your
Or
fist
you just
back
you
right
just
into
slam
it.
your butt back hard enough when he's like trying to like pull up
No, I
on
don't
you and
wanna
a
touch that.
bah!
I don't want to touch
Get
that
outta
again.
here.
Ew. It was
This is why
fucking
guys-
crusty.
This is why guys say bring a taser. Just tase them. That'd be
I
so
can't.
satisfying.
I checked it
That'd
up.
be
I
a-
looked it up
that'd be
later.
assault.
You can't do anything.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ugh.
We can't do anything at all.
Turn
Isn't
around
that
and
sexual
spit in his
harassment?
face.
It's sexual harassment, but if we turn around and hit them, kick them in the
Retaliate.
balls, we get thrown out and get
Yeah.
thrown in prison.
Oh, bro, I'll go.
It's
I'm
stupid.
gonna leave anyways. I'll just tase the fuck out of him and
That's
run.
the thing.
Like,
That's the thing. It was the first 20 minutes
New
into the
bar.
club. First 20 minutes.
oh, there's many clubs. It'll be.
That's
okay.
where everyone was, though. There was no other clubs that everyone else was.
Yeah.
And
That's,
no one was
that's
gonna leave
exactly
for
why I
me,
didn't
so.
go. Me being physically small, I'd probably get trampled.
Yeah. All right.
Clubs are
Spinning.
fun.
Blood, you're up.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Come on. Ooh, weird smells that are good.
Okay. Hear me out. I don't know why, but when I go to the gas station, I like the smell of gasoline.
I agree.
Bro,
agree.
I disagree.
I love it.
It's because of the childhood. I snowmobiling. I loved the smell of it.
I don't know why. I don't know why it smells nice to me.
Yeah, gasoline
I
is my
agree.
bottom tier one.
All right. Kaz, what animal would you be, and
A
why?
wolf.
A wolf? And
A
I'd be a
why?
wolf
dire wolf.
because
Those are coming back from extinction. It's Jurassic Park all over again.
Direwolf.
Dire wolf.
so wolf because I really love dogs and stuff, and like one of my favorites are wolves. And I love their coats. Their coats are so pretty. And they're really
fluffy.
big. They're big, fluffy
Yes,
fur
fluffy.
balls.
Fluffy.
Oh, and I
So
love
fluffy.
their howls. Oh, they're so beautiful.
Have you seen the video of like the Arctic wolf just getting like howling?
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yes.
All right, Nimsy, favorite drink? What is your go-to? How is this a hard answer? What is your go-to for a drink? Alcoholic or normal?
Vanilla Coca-Cola.
Ooh, okay. I don't know if I agree, but not bad. Spinning. Nilsey, your question and or thing is, what animal would you be and why?
Oh shit. I've
What's your
been
spirit
told I'm really similar to a red panda. You know, those little guys, the ones that like put their hands up
Furiosi.
all of a sudden, you know? But they sleep a lot. So, yeah, I'd definitely be a red panda. They're fucking cute too. They got little fluffy tails and they shake butt sometimes, which is cute. So, it's pretty similar. And I sleep a lot. So.
Feels for sure. Fuck. Guess what I spun? What animal is this?
Oh boy.
Alright, so if you have my stream listening. Alright, so the thing is, I can't answer this because I know what it is. So we're gonna go down the line.
Okay.
Blood, you're first up. What animal is this? And then if you can't answer it, we'll go to Kaz and so on and so forth.
Okay. What the fuck? What the heck? What the hell? My fucking ears.
What animal?
I
What
don't-
animal is
I
that?
don't know. I don't even know what the fuck that was.
Take a guess.
I don't know. Some sort of bird.
That's very. You gotta narrow it down. That don't work.
Some sort of bird. That's all I got.
Well, you're wrong. Nimsy, what is your answer?
An axolotl.
Axolotl.
Nope. Niltsy.
Wait, play it one more time. It sounds like a really raspy cat. Like, you know, like when cats like chitter at birds and they're like, you know, when they do like the little
Yeah.
vibration. Is it a cat?
Unfortunately, no.
Ugh.
So, since no one got it, I am also going to pick who gets to try to replicate it. Because I don't want to make you all do it because we will be here at it for 20 hours. It was a hedgehog.
What?
That was a hedgehog. That was a hedgehog.
What?
I honestly was
I didn't even know
close.
they made noises.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, it was a hedgehog.
It's like when you hear a rabbit scream when they get picked up.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
All right, so now let me pick. We're just gonna go down the line. Blood, you gotta try to replicate it.
Oh god.
You got this.
Hold on. I gotta get close to my mic. Maybe turn off noise suppression. Hold on, my coach.
Oh my god.
Nailed it.
You gotta do it 4 times.
No!
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Then I'd sound like a fucking alarm.
All right, I'm spinning for you,
Once
Blood.
that is their ringtone.
Great job. All right, Blood.
Okay.
If you were put in jail, what did you do?
Public intoxication.
Just too fucking drunk, just gets thrown in prison.
No, because like I know how I am when I'm drunk. I wander, so I just walk around. I'd walk around a lot. Kata, you know this. You know this personally.
Yes, I do.
So 2 years ago, I was really drunk at a house party at EDC. Kata had to like literally like take me and lay me down because I would not stay still for a moment.
And I had to turn off lights because you're getting a headache.
Yeah, 2 years ago, bro. That show was a shit show. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
With like you know who.
Said people.
I got flashbanged when I was fucking really intoxicated, and it made me had a panic attack. That was so bad.
Alright, Nimsy, you got weird food combos. Is there anything that you've combined together that is really good to you, but people find weird?
I like to roll hot Cheetos and sugar.
I'm
Huh?
sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. In sugar?
Yeah. Yes, I had some girls in my high school show me that, and it was easier because, again, like, spices are hard for me. So, like, the sugar helped dumb it down a little bit for me, you know, so I could eat them.
Damn. The commitment to the social norm of eating hot Cheetos. Holy shit.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it.
I say less.
Perfect, because you also have weird food combos, Niltse.
No. No, you guys will judge me for this one. Okay, don't judge me.
Listen and we
Pick-
don't.
We listen and we don't judge, okay? Pickles and peanut butter.
I could see that if I was
We
pregnant.
we listen
but
and we don't
maybe.
judge. We listen and we don't
I
judge.
could see that as a maybe. That's not
It's
too
fucking
bad.
fire, okay? It's fucking fire. But creamy peanut butter. It can't be crunchy peanut butter. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's just,
Oh, fuck yeah.
yeah.
No.
It gotta be creamy. But peanut
Am I the
butter,
only
peanut butter's
one
like
that just,
top
like,
tier. I don't know. I love
Bites
peanut butter.
like a big dill pickle and then just sticks my teeth in it and sucks it out like a vampire. Am I the only one?
Oh, like
I mean,
the
I'll
juices?
I'll
Or-
take my like dill pickles and cut them into bite-sized pieces.
Like I'm thinking like if you have like
That's
a
fine.
long
Like,
wedge
itty-bitty
of like a pickle
pieces.
slice. Like a
I do it
long-
where if it's like a big, like uncut pickle, and I bite off the top, and then I just poke a hole with my teeth, like just like a bite, small bite, and then I just go.
She's like Marceline from Adventure Time, sucking all the red out of everything.
Yeah, I'm just sucking all the green. Oh my god! All right, my turn. I got story time, dumb blonde moment. I could talk about the one time where I was talking. I already said this on episode already about. I asked. My mom was potty training my brother, and she puts Cheerios in the toilet to help him aim. I then asked why didn't you do that with me? Cause I don't have a dick. I realized, and yeah. That's an old blonde story moment, but another blonde moment would probably be fuck. I don't have I have a few, but I can't remember. There's times that I've like tried to make things work that weren't plugged in. Even though I'm not blonde, I've done that.
Whenever people would tell me things, and then I wouldn't even know the definition of certain words, and then I get told, "Oh yeah, it means this." I'm like, "Oh."
No. No, it can't
Because
be.
I have a habit of just speaking, and then I'll just randomly pull a random word that sounds like an actual word, and it turns out to be an actual word, but it means something completely different than what I thought.
All right, Blood. What animal would you be and why?
So I said direwolf before, but hear me out. I would be a Frisian horse.
Is that like one of
Ooh,
the,
the
big,
big
fucking tall
ones?
horses?
They're big,
The big
but they're
ones,
mainly they have their main color of coat is black, and they're beautiful.
Ooh.
They are majestic horses. They're so beautiful. I want one.
Okay.
That's my dream horse right
The
now.
horses are expensive.
They are, I know, but like certain breeds are even more expensive than just getting a regular horse. Like buying Clydesdales, they're really expensive, and they're big boys. They're like 20 hands. It's crazy.
All right, Nancy, you got weird food combos again. Would you like to stay another combo or roll again?
Roll.
All right. Brrr, roll faster. Spin. Shit talk, literally.
Oh boy.
Huh?
So, shit talk, i.e., have you ever had a good shit, bad shit, long shit, one shit?
I was
That
about to
shit
say.
talk.
Yeah, the shit I took before
Like-
this podcast. Mm-hmm.
If I land on this,
Oh.
I have a good shit talk.
Like the actual chocolate swirls.
Yes.
Oh. Mhm.
I mean, I had some that were so bad I had to cry in the shower afterwards.
That's
you know what I mean?
rough. That's a rough one.
You know, you're just like, you don't want to wipe, you don't want to do none of that. It's because spicy food, man. It's a weed.
I've never had a fucking shit like that. My stomach.
Yeah,
be
no,
fucking
it just like
tanky.
it makes my little butthole like sensitive. So like I'm just like I don't want to touch it with toilet paper, so I just jump in the shower.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel that. Sometimes you just have to shower after to just like decompress, you know? Like,
Yeah, you feel
like
gross.
it was
anyways,
like it was a little bit traumatic. You're like, damn, did
my
that just
God.
happen? Like,
like when you actually have a shit that makes you feel violated.
yeah.
Just
You're
like,
like,
cry in the shower.
you're like, was the poop coming out my butt or was it going in my butt? I don't know.
It's just anything like if I try like something new and spicy, like a new sauce or something that was just like it fucks my system up.
We're just sensitive fatties, okay?
I know, but and you know it's gonna happen, but you hope it just doesn't, so you go for it because it's like you don't want to be rude,
Yeah.
Because we have like pot days where like everyone brings food in from work and stuff, and you don't want to look like an asshole, like nah.
You're like, damn, I tried everyone's food but yours because it was spicy.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Nilsy, worst thing you're bad at. Or I should say
Worst?
bad thing you're worst at. Yeah.
Something that I'm bad at. That's the worst. I'm really bad at messaging people back. Like, really bad.
Feels.
I have a lot of,
Fucking
like,
feels.
since this is ADHD topic, do you guys have, like, ADHD permanence? Like, object permanence? Do you know what that is? When I say that? Like if
describe
it's,
it.
like, not, like, in front of you, you just forget about it.
Yes.
You know? Like, I have a huge thing with notifications, and so, like, for example, when I wake up in the morning, I check my Discord, right? I check all my messages, and if I'm sleepy in the morning, I might open up the message just to get rid of the notification, and I'm like, oh, I'll respond to that later. No, I won't. I'll forget about it, and it'll just disappear, and it'll be out of sight, out of mind, and then I feel bad, because when I go to message them, like, a week or two later, and I see that there's, one or two messages that I just never responded to, I'm like, oh, I'm a terrible person. Fuck! I'm so rude!
Feels.
But
Fucking
it's not
feels.
intentional. I'm just garbage. Okay.
You're not garbage. It's just how you are.
Yeah. I just have an issue with notifications. Like I have literally not a single notification on my PC right now. Even every single Discord server, Avatar server, you name it, no notifications. Even on my phone, no notifications. But yeah.
All right, I rolled. I got superpower. So I'm not gonna be a basic bitch. I would go with, like, if I was a basic bitch, I'd go with invisibility, but I want to go where I can, like, shape shift or like a changeling, kind of like Mystique. Cause not gonna lie, that's a sick ass power, and I could be whoever I goddamn want, steal whatever I goddamn want, and they can't find it that it's me. Cause you can be invisible, but the things you grab aren't gonna be invisible. Like, you can teleport, but that don't work. Yes.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a trend.
Yes. I stole a lot as a kid. I'm surprised I didn't get caught for it. I stole a lot in my teenage years as well.
Don't admit to it. Hold on, wait a minute. This is comedic. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I stole a lot of shit.
God dang. You can't
Not
admit to your crimes on a podcast.
Yeah. It's sacred here. I won't get arrested. Probably isn't to the amount that it needs to be arrested with anyway.
Jesus.
It was that different story.
God,
not
stop
just one.
incriminating yourself, please.
All right, Blood. Favorite drink.
Favorite drink. All right. So I'm
Yes.
gonna do an alcoholic and non-alcoholic. So non-alcoholic apple juice. I like apple.
Top tier fucking pick. Top tier
Yeah.
fucking pick. I'm gonna send you a photo in your DMs. That's all you need to know.
And then alcoholic related. It's a drink I've been drinking since EDC of 2 years ago that I just concocted whilst playing Drunkopoly with my people in the Airbnb.
My people.
So you're gonna see a trend here. I like apple, right? So it's Crown Apple,
Yeah.
like at least 2 or 3 shots, and then Smirnoff Ice Apple, a whole bottle of that in a red solo.
Top
cup.
tier.
Ooh.
Top
It's
tier.
so good. It has a name for
I'll have
it
to try it.
officially. It's called Snake Juice because it's literally green as fuck. But it's so good.
You'll have to make it, and I'll have to try it at EDC this year.
Yes.
Well, I'm getting stuff to make it, so for sure. I'm making a massive picture of it so I could just bring it to parties and shit. Oh my
Ooh,
god,
okay.
woman!
10 for 10. 10
I
for
drink
10.
lots. I drink
10 for
lots of
10.
Apple juice.
See, we don't have that like on sale normally,
lot
but this
of
was
apple
10 for
juice.
10. Yeah, I have 20 now because the 10 for 10 was about to end, and it doesn't expire for 2 years. So I was like, I might as well stock up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a fuck ton of
I'll
apple
for
juice.
sure
as
make
a
the
TLDR.
make the drink for you, Kate, and I'll just bring it. Be like, here, take it.
Yes, I will drink it.
If you like sweet drinks,
Dude,
it's
this
really
wheel
sweet.
hates me.
I promise.
All right, Nimsy, what animal would you be and why?
I would be an Arctic fox because I just think they're small, fluffy, and white like me. So I, you know,
That
just
works.
just like my flowers, right? I like baby breaths because they're just
Oh,
small,
yeah.
white, you know, and they're very like a supporting flower. You know, they're not ones that like shine, you know,
Mhm.
and I just like that because I feel like I'm a supportive person.
Okay. Well, it is that time again for what animal? And we are going to pull up.
Totally gonna fuck this
Oh
up.
boy, here we
Let's
go.
Let me see. We're going to start with blood. What is it?
I hate how it cuts and then it just stops. Do it again. It sound just based on the echo, it's definitely like some sort of animal that's kept in captivity. Oh, and there goes Nilsy.
And Nilty died again.
It's definitely like some sort of animal kept in captivity, and based on the sound of it, some sort of like cat. Has to be like a cat, like a cougar or something.
Nope.
Okay.
Kaz, you're up. No fucking way. You got a badger. It is a fucking badger. No fucking way.
That's what I was gonna say too. I'm so glad we were on the same page.
Yeah, it's a badger.
Yeah.
You got it. All right, Kaz, who is gonna make the sound? Would you like to hear it again so you could copy it?
I guess I just did it, but like I tried my
I
best.
didn't pick
Oh, I
it
didn't
up.
hear it.
Oh, okay. Thank God. Well, thank you, Mike. My mic knows. Okay, go ahead. Let's hear it. Nailed it.
Nailed it. You got it. Oh, that is so fucking funny. That was Nimsy's role anyways. Hopefully Nimsy can get back. Hopefully.
Look in the side chat content.
Oh, what does it say?
Look at all that apple juice.
Oh. Oh my god. Alright, so I got weird food combos. Where, hold on, I gotta look at Discord. So my weird food combo would be technically mac and cheese and ketchup. I
Eggs and
absolutely
ketchup
love.
is really good.
Oh, that is yum. That is a lot of apple juice. Absolutely love the apple juice.
10 for 10. I would steal.
I'm trying to figure out how to justify ketchup and mac and cheese, but I guess it happens when you have a lot of food on your plate and you kind of like mix it like chicken nuggies and mac and cheese, and it gets mixed, so you just kind of learn to love it, I guess. Doesn't matter. It all tastes good.
Okay, so Nilty won't be coming back because they use their phone, and I think they might run out of data, maybe, but they can't get back because their Wi-Fi is still out. So we'll continue. Nilty will save her recording. So we're gonna say bye to Nilty. Bye, Nilty. Love you. She'll be back for next episode, hopefully. But we'll continue. I had weird food combos. I said mac and cheese and ketchup. Let's spin again, and let's go to blood. Let's see what you get. And we'll probably record for another 20 minutes or so. Weird hobbies or addictions.
Okay, this is a hard one. This is a very hard one. Cause it's like, what do I do that is claimed to be weird?
Anything you collect that no one normally collects?
I don't
Anything...
collect anything. I like to rearrange like color utensils, like colored utensils, like colored pencils, markers. I have like a whole bag of just assorted artist markers, like acrylic markers.
Mm-hmm.
I have a habit to where I would just dump them all out and then rearrange them again. It's like an OCD thing. Like, I need this to look right.
That's understandable. I could see that as an OCD thing, but if it's already organized and you just dump it out and then reorganize it, then that's an addiction kind of thing.
Yeah, I've done
Or you
that
want
with
that
I had these
satisfaction.
colored pencils. I would take them all out and reorganize them even though they were already organized. So, I just do that when I just like want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
All right, Nimsy. Story time.
Yes.
Dumb blonde moment.
Oh God. Well, it's hard because like I feel like since I've been on medicines, like I'm kind of woozy. So recent dumb things have happened, but I can't remember exactly what they were. Just like we were playing Dead by Daylight, right? And and my baby was trying to help me, and I just completely like. I don't know. Like, I biffed it. I don't know what I biffed. I can't remember it. But I would say, thinking back at, like, a memory that I've always held with me that made me feel like a blonde moment was when I was a child. And you know how you kind of see a lot of movies back then, and a lot of them were based in, like, New York City, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you saw New York City a lot on the TV, you know? And I think when I actually saw this, my main city here where I lived, I thought it was New York City. So I was like, Dad, look, it's New York. And my dad was like, that's not New York. And I was like, oh, what? I was totally blown away. I was looking at it like, what the fuck? You tell me this ain't New York? So
I love it.
I would say that.
I love it. All right, so I rolled. I got what species would I be? So I can't decide between wanting to be like a vampire or being like a demi-human, but cat demi-human.
Huh.
So I would either
She wants to be a tabaxi.
like I want to be able to. I
What
would
was that
either
one
be able to
anime
shapeshift
called?
to full cat, but then I'll still stay like half cat, but then be able to shift to full cat. That what I would love. Ma'am, fuck off. Just
It
like
reminds me of that
fuck
one
off.
anime. I don't remember what it's called, but it starts with a B, like Baywoo. I don't fucking know. But it had like a cat chick on there that like got her, and she had like the white hair, and the golden eyes, and she would always fuck with the dude.
I
think she
don't know
tore
what
his arm.
anime you're talking about.
Shit, damn it. Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, it was
There's
like
a lot
really
of animes.
weird anime.
All right. I just rolled. Is he gonna switch it? Nope. What animal is this? Is another one. Let's go. All right, let me get it up and going. I don't know if that. I hate when this doesn't show sometimes, but it's okay. Oh,
Pitter
wrong
patter.
button again. Okay. Let me find the next one. That one's too easy. What is this one? Are you doing it? I love.
I love. I love.
I love.
I love.
Hey,
I love. I love.
Alright.
do you know the whole
I
part?
love.
Yeah. All right, ready? So we're gonna start with blood. You ready?
Okay. What in the fuck? What?
It's small.
What the fuck?
What is
What?
it?
What the fuck? Is that a rabbit?
You're gonna fuck. Nope. You're gonna hate yourself for not answering that.
What the fuck?
Kaz, you're up. What is it?
Squirrel.
Squirrel? No. Nimsy?
I want to say like it's like a mole.
Nope. And listen to it one more time. It is a skunk.
It's a skunk. I've never heard what a skunk sounded like.
Yeah, true. I always just hear their little scratches, the
Yeah.
little baby scratches.
Yeah. Well, if it doesn't, we'll do one more round. We'll go 4 more rolls and we'll call her there. God damn it. Well, the wheel wants us to do more animal noises.
Yeah.
All right. Blood, starting off with you.
I feel like I've heard this noise before.
Mm-hmm. You should.
Can you play it again?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's definitely a noise I've heard before, but I can't fucking quite put my tongue on what the fuck it is.
Typical jungle noises.
Typical tongue.
All these animals so far had a theme.
Can see that. It's a squirrel.
Nope.
What? It's not a squirrel?
Nope, it's not a squirrel.
Squirrel.
Nimsy?
So I'm stuck between a bird or a monkey.
A monkey.
Pick one. Big one.
You don't think a monkey could sound like that? I'm gonna say. I'm gonna follow my nose. I'm gonna say a toucan.
Nose. Toucan. Unfortunately, that is a motherfucking raccoon.
That's a raccoon?
That's a raccoon.
Not a toucan. Damn, I was convinced.
And a motherfucking raccoon.
Motherfucking raccoon.
I'm too busy running away from raccoons to hear what they sound like.
All right, so spinning. All right, Nimsy. Weird hobbies or addictions. The fuck was that?
What the fuck was that? What the hell?
Oh, Jesus. All right, Nimsy, continue.
I love hoodies. I have a thing for hoodies. And if you have a hoodie that I really like, I might sneak out with it.
Understandable.
Yeah. And cups. Fucking cups. Oh my god. Oh, god. I love cups.
Great. Guess what mine landed on? Shit talk. Literally. I'll talk about 2 incidents that happened recently. One, I shit a nice long ass turd, and it fucking was surprising because there was no fucking no crimpage, no nothing. It was just one long, smooth turd, probably like 6-7 inches long. And then the turd 2 days before that fucking flooded my toilet. It overflowed.
Oh my god.
Took some big shits. But we're gonna do one more because that animal one kind of took yours away.
Okay.
Get fucked. You have to talk about shit now.
So I don't have a shit story for me, but it's for my brother. So my brother's body's not
That works.
So my brother's body's not able to like process like stool and shit correctly. So whenever he shits, it's so fucking huge. Like it's massive. And it can't even.
Does he have to have a shit knife to cut
No,
it?
he has to like take like pills for it because it's like fucking huge. And he literally shits out half his body weight. It's so fucking huge. And
What the fuck?
it's not able to get like flushed down because it won't even go down. So my mom literally has to take a bucket and like so you flush it and then you pour water and it like creates a suction vortex and it just shoots.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So whenever that happens, I go to my mom, I'm like, Mother, we have a shitty problem, right?
Oh my god.
So I actually seen it as a gynecologist. I was like, hey, yo, like, is it normal not to poop like for up to like 4 days or so? Because I'm always paranoid, you know, because
But you're
I feel
backed
like
up?
I feel like I always feel like I struggle to poop. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm just like, she's like, it's completely normal. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, here I thought I was like just having like troubles, you know, but apparently it's normal to like take a while to get it all out, I guess. But you think about that, like how much you eat and stuff, it does get backed up and you feel miserable. You know, I don't know. Have you ever taken a shit and you just were like so happy after you took a
Yes.
shit? You're just like, oh, that feels so good.
Very
Like,
much so.
you know, like I just want more happy shits.
I love that we're gonna leave the last thing we talk about as shit for the end of the episode.
This was a very shitty time.
Yeah, I hope your time here wasn't too shitty. And I'm sorry for our potty talk, but it's just gonna happen because we aren't number 1 and I don't think we're gonna be number 2 anytime soon either.
I never thought anyone would want to talk about shit anyways like that, you know?
Oh my god, a lot of podcasts that I've listened to, just random shit like the group chat podcast and the Goons. A lot of times shit comes up, and usually you hear a lot of guys talk about shit, not a lot of girls or women and I'm sitting here like, but I feel like I'm more one of the guys than any of the women out there, and I want to talk about shit. I want to talk about weird stuff. I want to talk about farts
and how our farts smell. They smell so
yeah. I want to talk about all this shit. I want to burp. I don't want to do all this guy
I do that
shit
when I
and
drink.
not be
I just
judged.
fucking let it go. I'm just.
Oh, you're not the only
The
one.
demon
There's
comes
the one
out.
podcast. There's one podcast where like the guys drink wine and they bring up like an old 2000s, song, and they sit there singing and dancing to it while they're drinking wine. I love that vibe.
And that's the vibe I want here. We just be ourselves, be gross, be funny, and who the fuck cares what people think of us? Because one, I'm a VTuber right now.
I got one question before we go.
Yes.
Do you guys ever like get embarrassed or upset if you get a surprise fart?
Depends on the location. If I'm at home and I'm just sitting here like, yeah, I'm just gonna let it loose. If I'm out in public, then I'm a little embarrassed.
Like in a room. I just had a thought, right? And like a guy like be like, I want you to sit on my face, right? And I was like thinking, I was like, that would be like the worst time to have an accidenttal fart.
Yes,
It would.
And I'm always self-conscious about queefing on people. Like
Me
if it
too.
happens, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. People are like, no, that's normal. I'm like,
Listen,
but it sounds like a fart.
You know when you're getting hit from behind, it's like you base how you are, and especially if you're like face down, like you're basically just fucking your vagine thinks that you're trying to expand, so it just lets in air, and then like the dude like pulls out, and then it just lets go.
Yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
I started spiraling today, just realizing this thought, right? And I was like, I might want to sit there and like before I sit on their face, just be like, hey, I need you to sign this waiver saying that you understand the risk you take.
The risk that your nose, if I'm sitting on your face a certain way and my asshole's right on your nose.
Did you know this guy had his, like, he was eating out his, like, 400-pound wife and died? Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. At least
And
he
she
died
got
doing the shit he
charged.
loved.
She got charged 10 years because
Yeah, because it's murder.
they said that she knew the risk. You know what I mean? And it took them a while. He was stuck in there. It took them over an hour to get him out.
She's walking there fucking waddling as he's just dragging behind.
No, she couldn't get out of bed. She couldn't get out of bed.
I know, but I'm picturing her just waddling and she's just stuck in the folds of her ass crack.
Oh my god. That's my husband. Don't mind him. He turned a little purple like 40 minutes ago. It's okay.
He's a little
And with
pale
that, we're
right
gonna
now.
end the episode. We're gonna end it there. Some murder by fucking...
Death by folds, I tell you. Death by folds.
I think he found the lost Cheeto that she couldn't find.
Oh my god. Oh
Okay.
my god.
That's it. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, my God.